listening to
Catholics Round,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith. Today is October 7th, the feast of Our Lady of the Rosary. Today we celebrate the miraculous naval victory achieved through Mary's intercession in the 1500s. Join us as we reflect on the Rosary and Mary's continued love and protection for her children here on earth. The city of Rome suddenly erupted with the ringing of church bells. Confused, shop owners stepped out into the street. Curious, women and children leaned out their windows. As the ringing quieted, voices could be heard over the din. "The Turks are attacking! The Turks are attacking!" A young boy wearing a cassock ran down the street. "The Holy Father asks you to pray the Rosary," he shouted. Within minutes, nearly every shop was closed and window was empty. People of all ages filled the streets and quickly filed into the nearest church. Today we celebrate Our Lady of the Rosary. The Rosary is a great gift that Mary hand-delivered in the 1200s to St. Dominic. Countless miracles have been attributed to the Rosary, and Mary herself has repeatedly appeared to the faithful here on earth and urged them to pray this powerful prayer. On October 7th, we remember the great occasion when the Rosary had a real and lasting impact on human history, the Battle of Lepanto. To understand how historically important this battle was, we need to go all the way back to the 600s. During the 600s, Muhammad founded the Islamic faith. Shortly after its founding, the Muslim army set out to conquer the world. For hundreds of years, the Islamic army advanced, conquering places like Constantinople, Antioch, and even Jerusalem, places that had all been bastions of Christianity. When an area was conquered by the Islamic army, the population was forced to convert, and the Christian churches in the area were made into Islamic mosques. Then, in the 1500s, with much of Asia, Africa, and the Middle East conquered, the Islamic army set its sights on Europe. A vast army, the Islamic Empire knew that if they gained a foothold in Europe, they could run throughout the continent and effectively end Christianity. And so the Islamic Empire amassed a terrifying naval fleet off the coast of Greece, ready to attack Europe. Seeing this rising threat, Pope Pius V, now named a saint, begged the leaders of various Christian European nations to come together to defend Europe. Unfortunately, most of Europe did not respond, and a meager 200 ships set sail from Italy to engage the enemy. Knowing that victory was unlikely, Pope Pius V called for all Christians to pray the Rosary and beg God for a miracle in Eucharistic adoration. He had all the church bells rung in Rome and ordered that the churches remain open day and night for the faithful to pray. As the ships inched near each other, Europe rallied around their fleet with prayer. Even the soldiers and sailors headed into battle got on their knees and prayed the Rosary together. Accounts remain of captains ordering each crew member to kneel and pray together. And then on October 7th, 1571, the Great Battle of Lepanto began. That morning, the wind had been against the Christian fleet and they struggled, losing many ships to the larger Islamic navy. But then a miracle occurred. Midday, the wind suddenly shifted. All at once, it seemed that each cannon fired from the Christian ships landed true, and before the end of the day, the small fleet of Christian ships had miraculously, soundly defeated the Islamic army. When news of the victory reached the Pope, he immediately recognized it as a miracle procured by Mary through the Rosary. He marked the day by giving Mary a new title, Our Lady of Victory. Throughout all of Europe, this day was celebrated as a day of heavenly intervention for hundreds of years. Recently, this feast day was renamed Our Lady of the Rosary, so all the faithful might remember this powerful tool of prayer that Mary offers us in the Rosary. The Rosary is a beautiful prayer that allows us to contemplate the lives of Mary and Jesus. Not only does the Rosary pull us closer to the heart of God, it can also have a real and powerful impact on the world. Miracles happen. We just need to prayerfully ask for them. The feast day of Our Lady of the Rosary is a wonderful opportunity to be reminded that not only is Mary watching over us, but she deeply desires that we bring all of our needs to her through the prayer that she gave us, the Rosary. Our Lady of the Rosary, pray for us. That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God created you to be. Thank you so much for listening to the Catholic Sprouts podcast. I hope that you enjoyed this week of audio stories. If you would like to download more coloring pages and listen to more audio stories, which is truly such a simple and beautiful way to live liturgically in your home or classroom, then I invite you to do that for absolutely free. Simply follow the link in this podcast episode's notes to be a subscriber of Catholic Sprouts, and you will instantly get access to everything. Bookmark the page, come back during the various months of the year, download as many as you like, and we truly hope that they bless your family and your classroom.
This podcast is part of the Spoke Street Network. For more great podcasts, visit spokestreet.com.